just wanted to make a short video to let y'all know, do not follow everything that everybody on all of these apps say, including myself. I know I give free game and tips about life and relationships and dating and love and some things about money and just stuff in general. But you still have to pick out what makes sense for you. You still have to pick out what makes sense for your relationships that you're in. Make sure that you are working with the people that you care about based on the understanding that you all have developed and what works best for you. Anything that myself or anyone else, any advice that someone gives you, even when you're in counseling, talking with a counselor, therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, if you notice, if you've ever talked to any of these people with these types of titles, most of the conversation is going to be you talking, you telling them, you explaining. They might ask you a question about this, allow you to expound on it as much as you need to within that 30 minutes, hour and a half, 2 hour time frame that you have with that person each time that you talk to them. But most of that conversation is going to be you talking. It's going to be you giving an explanation and account of what's going on with you and how to best handle it for you. And if you don't have any solutions, if you're bringing up, this is an issue and you can't come up with any solutions, then that's when they may step in and say, well, maybe you could try this or maybe you could try that. And it's still a maybe you could try it, because again, it's for you to figure out what works for you. Some people, and myself included, may be giving you a perspective or an account of something that is good, that may have worked for them, that may have worked for a lot of people, but will it work for you? Is that how you should go about it? This is why in a lot of my videos I give different scenarios or, different instances on, something could go this way or something could go that way. Things are not just one-sided, and there's a lot of gray area in a lot of different things. Things are not always black and white. It's not always it has to be done like this or it has to be done like that. Now, there are some things where, for example, if you fix a car, it might be a certain way that you have to do this step, this step, this step. If you are, in dentistry and you gotta do a person root canal, it's one step you do this and the next step of course, absolutely. If you're doing hair, if you're doing color, that the first thing you gotta do is make sure that they don't have no other color in their hair. For my hairdressers, there, shit like that. There are methodologies to things and steps to things, yes. But when it comes to your life and the choices and decisions that you're going to make in your life, especially when dealing with matters of the heart and your relationship, how you and your partner are going to do things, whether you're going to build with your partner or not, whether you're willing to be with someone who is making a certain amount of money, whether it's how much you make, less than what you make, more than what you make. How you going to handle finances, how you going to raise your kids, how you going to do different things in life in general. Is you going to go to church? Is you not going to go to church? Is you going to praise and worship anything? Is you not going to praise and worship anything? Are you going to, go to a unbiased counselor? Are you going to talk with your pastor or, some other parishioner? That's totally up to you, and based on the understanding that the two of you have, the understanding that your family has. um, that's based upon what works for you. So you can take the advice that is given here or anybody else's platform, not even just YouTube, just anywhere, whether you're on a Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any of these platforms, no matter if it's out in real life, in the real world, and you're talking physically to a person face to face or on a Zoom or whatever the fuck it is, you still got to make sure that the solutions that you coming up with coincide with what makes sense for y'all, with the understanding that y'all have. And make sure that when you're dealing with people, when you get with a new person, that you establish an understanding and norms for y'all. Because if you don't, y'all will be fleeting to this solution the way these people did it and the way these people did it, and you still haven't found the sweet spot for what works for y'all. Because everybody different. Everybody is different. Everybody wants to be treated in different ways. Everybody wants to receive love in different ways. Everybody wants to deal with life in general in different ways. Now, when it comes to, again, things that have a methodology, you should follow that methodology for what that thing is. Yeah, absolutely save your money. Absolutely invest in something. But again, what you invest in, how you save, where you're saving it, whether you're saving it in a savings account or a credit union, or putting it in an actual safe, or you putting it inside of properties or businesses, or whatever way that you want to disperse these funds. That's still, again, something that has to do with what works the best for you. Some people, like I sell life insurance, some people don't believe in that they need to have life insurance because they have enough money set aside and saved that they got more than enough to bury them, and they have something else to leave to their children. Maybe it's a property or something like that. So for that, they have a will and a trust, and those things are put up under that umbrella, and those things are going to be dispersed. Cool. And then other people may not have all them different things together. Maybe they don't own anything. So they want to make sure that in this time frame that they're still able to give something adequate to their loved ones. A lot of times people get life insurance because they did just become homeowners. So now they are trying to own something, but of course, until we pay the bank own it. So if something happened to your ass while you are paying that house off, and you got 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 left to fucking pay off, you might think about getting a life insurance policy that's upwards of 250,000 to make sure that your home expenses is covered. So if something happened to you, the house is paid for automatically, or the house can be paid for automatically, or the money will be there for it, plus something additional to help take care of the kids, or whatever that your setup is. But again, it needs to make sense for you. It's very easy to hear a bunch of different things and get confused and get sidetracked and get, well they said that this is the best way, and this person said that this thing is the best way. Nah, you need to figure out what's best for you. This is why I advocate for talking with your own personal counsel, seeking out your own personal counsel, seeking out your own financial advisor, getting the advice that is tailored for you. This is the general page. This is a general free game, like advice type of vlog situation. Okay? This is not the end all be all. So I don't think a lot of people were looking at it like their only means of information, but it shouldn't be like your set information. This is just a a collection of ideas and things that I've learned and gleaned over the years. But you still have to take whatever that I said, whatever that anybody else has said, and make it make sense for you and your individual situation. But I hope this helps somebody. Use your own mind. Use your own head. And you'll come out all right. Don't try to do what everybody else doing. Sometimes it ain't for you. Sometimes it ain't even your story. All right? This has been Free Game. Toodles.